Yes, boys, what's going on? So last week I made this video entitled Why the P. Diddy Case Insults Our Black Heritage. And many people got the understanding of that video entirely wrong. Okay? Hey, you're another black person doing a victim mentality. Oh, never growing up. When are you even gonna grow out of the position that you were a slave back in the day? You're not a victim. They were a victim. You're not a victim. Did I ever say I was a victim though? Did I ever say even once in that video that I was a victim? And honestly, I think it's that many of them didn't even watch the video properly and got the true meaning of the video. They just saw a black guy, okay? And they saw me talking about black people being slaves back in the day, and they wanted to paint me as one of those typical black activists who just continually rest on their morals and never grow up from where they came from. No. If you know anything about me, that's not me. If you know anything about me, you know that I don't give up. I never want to paint myself as a victim. I never want to be this kind of like, oh, I'm so weak and so feeble. Someone please help me. Ayúdame, por favor. Auxilio. I'm not one of those activists. Black lives matter all day. Oh my God, life is so hard. Black people can never make it. Black people will never get money. Black people will never become successful because, oh my gosh, because of colonialism a couple hundred years ago. Black people will always be down. It's glass ceilings. No, I am not that guy. If you know anything about me, you'd realise that I'm not the typical, oh no, black communities will never make any money. Black people will never be successful because we were slaves back in the day. Oh, I will never make it. Oh, I will forever be useless because of the society. White people are oppressing me. I am not that guy. I'm gonna make it clear right now. Today, we're going to go through that video. We're going to work out what the true meaning of the video was. Because as I started off that video talking about how black people used to be slaves, that is exactly what I meant. That we used to be slaves, and that was that. That life was far harder for us back then. Our forefathers, our ancestors worked as hard as they did. They got through that absolutely abysmal part of human history so we could have the lives that we're having right now. I'm not painting myself as a victim. To the contrary. I'm painting myself as the benefactor of ultimate privilege. Because I damn right realised that I would never want to swap my life as it is right now for the life of my forefathers that back in the day during the slave trade. My life is as great and as easy, and I'm using the word easy on purpose because it's all relative. My life is easy and simple compared to what they had. I have a roof over my head. I can eat what I want. I can go to where I want to go. And really and truly, okay, is there still racism in the West? Yes, but it's not even a percentage of the hurt that they felt 200 years ago. My life is spitting easy. I can't call racism in today's age because it's so far from what they had that for me to call racism of today racism, it would almost be like a slap in their face. They had it hard. I don't. You don't. My siblings don't. All the black people around me do not have it this hard. Life is easy now. We can all become rich now. We can all make loads of money now. I don't care if you're black, green, blue or white. We can all make money now. They didn't even have a chance to do that. But the truth is, we've seen, look around us. There are many, many black successful people out there. Okay, do you want to say it's harder for black people than other races? Okay, that's a possible theory. I'm not going to get into it in this video right now because that's a whole different separate video. But even still, let's take the worst case scenario, that it's harder for black people to make money. Black people are oppressed. Okay, let's take the worst case scenario, which I don't even believe in. Black people are oppressed. Life is so hard. White people are oppressing us. There's a glass ceiling. There's loads of racism for black people. Let's take the worst case scenario. Even then, life is as easy as piss right now. If you cannot see that as a black person, then you ain't seeing clearly. I ain't saying that black people ain't struggling right now and some people can't afford to pay their bills, feed their children, have the kind of lifestyle that they want. Yeah, I agree that we're not all where we want to be. Totally agreed. But even then, your life is as easy as piss compared to the slaves that we were a couple hundred years ago, Dumbo. If you don't agree with me, I don't give a damn. You're a flippin' idiot. So what you're telling me, you want to swap your life now for their life back then? You might have it hard, bills aren't getting paid on time, you ain't going on holidays that you want, you're not dressing the way you want, you ain't got the car what you want, you ain't living in the area that you want, you ain't got the house that you want, your kids ain't going to private school like you want them to, but guess what? You got an iPhone. Your phone cost £1,000. You got a flat screen TV. You can watch people across the world anytime, any place. You can call your family in Africa. You can call your family in the Caribbean in a tap of a button. Life is easy for you now. And what I was trying to say in that P. Diddy video, why the P. Diddy case insults our black heritage, was that for him to become as successful as he became is a slap in all of our ancestors' faces, because they didn't survive and go through all that pain for us to actually arrive and still just waste it and defile it and make us look like idiots. They did it so we could prosper. And idiot like P. Diddy took that money, took that success, took that privilege, and he abused the success that he got instead of using it to make our own people stronger. When black people become successful in this day and age, they owe it to pass it forward. Why? Because they didn't get there on their own. If our ancestors didn't have the willpower, the emotional willpower to battle through that pain, none of us, well, many of us wouldn't be here. We are in the position that we are in now because our ancestors sacrificed themselves so we could have a better, brighter future. Even when Martin Luther King was alive, what was that, 40, 50 years ago? I'm not too sure, can't think off the top of my head. But even back then, he was dreaming for a day that black people could be successful as we are now. And I'm telling you this right now, Martin Luther King, he's rolling in his grave, because my God, we have arrived in a place where we're prospering. P. Diddy was a billionaire. A billionaire. And he wasted that. He abused that privilege that only 0.0000000 recurring 1% of black people achieve in 2025. I can only name a number of black billionaires off the top of my head. You got Jay-Z. I'm thinking Kanye West is still there. I'm not too sure, but he definitely was there. P. Diddy was there. There's this black guy in Africa who is really, really rich. But I can name 50 billionaire white people from my head like this, okay? Now, that's not to say that there's white privilege or black privilege. I'm just telling you the facts of who's got money right now. As to how they've got that money and to why they've got that money, that's a whole different story. But I'm talking about the facts of who's got the money right now. And the fact is, most black people aren't rich. The majority of millionaires and billionaires on the lists are not black. So when a black person finally achieves that kind of mega success, they owe it to pass it forward to the next generation instead of abusing it and committing atrocities, vile atrocities like P. Diddy did. Instead of using that privilege to build the next generation of strong black men and women, he just defiled it. Because I'll tell you something, he's a sociopath. P. Diddy's metaphorical belly could never be filled. He lived for heathenism, for playing with the devil. Enough was never enough. He's not like Shannon Sharpe, who was single and dated some 19-year-old snow bunny out of nowhere. He didn't cheat on his wife like Derek Jackson. Those guys did what they did. We can talk about that in another video. But this guy, again and again and again, sex parties, recording this. He lived for the heathen. He lived for heathenism. And he abused the privilege bestowed upon him. He didn't use his privilege for good to build the next people. No, he used it to gratify his dirty, sick, vile ways. Watch this. And for those black men like Sean Diddy Combs, who really win though in life, in the modern age, it's a whole different level. Like, our forefathers wouldn't have even believed or could have imagined people could be as rich as Sean Diddy Combs, Kanye West, 50 Cent. And then for you to get that kind of success, to be one of the few black people, even of today, to get to that level of success and then abuse it and take advantage of it, be perverse of it, manipulate our own people with it, to disgrace it, to objectify it, to act as if you're more superior than, that is, to me, a crime against humanity. Sean Diddy Combs, you were, and I say were, very strongly, you were sitting in a position of absolute privilege, the kind of privilege that even 100 years ago, our forefathers could never have imagined. You had the world at your feet. You were prime private. You had all these record deals. You were a billionaire. A billionaire. And then you abused it. You made a mockery out of it. You got to the kind of privilege that so many of us could only dream of. And then you defiled it. You disgraced it. It's like, why can't you just be happy with your top 0.0000001% of success? You made it. In all metrics, you had it. And you just can't be happy? We got to do these freak-offs and these mad things and all these record sex tapes. And like, can't you just settle down, be happy with what you have, look after your kids, have one wife? You've made it. What more do you want out of life? You made it the way Martin Luther dreamed of us having one day, and you just took it all for granted by doing stupid things. Getting involved in the drug game. You know, you got to be a drug dealer when you're already a successful record label owner, a successful artist. Why do such a small percentage of men have to ruin what they've made just to do stupidness? Whatlessness, they say in the Caribbean. It's whatless. Why? You got the kind of lifestyle that all these rappers and singers could only dream of, man. You had a life in your hands and then you have to do all this nastiness, this perversion. And at the same time, yeah, it's true, you're definitely perverted in the head. You're not thinking right. Listen, probably. I'm not a no-fi psychiatrist. I ain't no therapist, but you're probably a sociopath. To having to go to these extremes, you got to be a sociopath, man. You're just not happy with the success. So many of us are struggling right now to pay our bills, to feed our children, to look after ourselves. Our parents are sick. Our grandparents are sick. We're just trying to get by. paycheck by paycheck, we're just marginally getting by with what little that we have. And here's a man who had the world under his feet. He didn't have to worry about a bill in his lifetime ever again. And he wasted it, and he defiled the privilege that was given to him. And the only reason he got that privilege, because our people, decades ago, worked as hard as they did so we could have a bigger, better, brighter future. It actually sickens me to know that some of our people, not all, the majority of our people never do stuff like this, but some of our people absolutely take the mick and waste the opportunity they have to really change the world. They could do great, amazing things with the kind of success and power that they have. But instead, they'd rather use that to gratify their own perverted sexual desires. Disgusting. I'm angry, man. Makes me upset, man. Because I know the kind of person that I want to be if I were to ever get there. And I know the kind of good that I would do if I ever got there. But then here you have a man that got there and more. But just, I don't give a F. I don't give a damn. I'm going to have sex all day. I'm going to throw sex parties. I'm going to go bang this girl, that girl, do drug trafficking there, human traffic that girl, record this, make secret little cults. I'm going to waste all of the success that I could do amazing things with. He's spitting on all of our faces, and especially our ancestors' faces that got beaten, abused, tormented. He just saying, I don't give a F about what you guys did for me. I'm going to throw it away. Now, instead of using the success to help the next guy go to where he really could go, I'm just going to throw it all away. Because so many of our people, we are underachieving due to a lack of education, due to a lack of knowledge, due to a lack of expertise. And this is a guy that could do some mad stuff with the kind of success and power. You know, it's not even the money. It's the fact that he has doors to record labels, to certain people in certain industries, which most of us could never get to. But he just went and threw it away because he'd rather record some sex tapes and do some freak-offs. Bloody pathetic. Absolute waste of space. So I'm going to pose the question here today, ladies and gentlemen, to my fellow black people out there. What are you doing to pass it forward? Now, many of us aren't as successful as we want to be, but we can still pass it forward with the little that we have. It is our duty. It's our duty to help each other move forward in this life. Not because we want to, not even because we even care about the next man. No, I don't give a damn about all that. It's because we should all be humbled by the fact that we are here right now because of our forefathers back then. I'm in flipping privilege. It may not seem like a lot. This ain't a lot. I got a £500 microphone right here. The lights that you can't even see behind you right there, those are £600. I've got a flipping MacBook. This is one of 4 MacBooks that I've got. This microphone's Michael Jackson recorded Thriller in this microphone. I've got a, look at this. I've got, what do you call it? I've got a standing desk. Press one button, it goes back, remembers the way I like it. This is bloody nuts. Now, I'm not on a Lamborghini. I'm not in a 20-bedroom mansion in High Street, Kensington or Los Angeles. But what I have, this is privilege. I'm in absolute privilege, and I am humbled, and I am so happy and so grateful for what my forefathers have done for me so that I am here right now. Even my own parents, they sacrificed themselves for me to have the life that I'm having right now, where life is frankly so bloody easy. I'm just running through, like walking through life, like going on trips, got my own business, doing what I do. Like, this is so flippin' easy, and it's because of my forefathers. So I'm asking you guys, what are you guys doing in your communities to look after your own people and pay it forward? You've got to pay it forward. And if you don't, that means you're a spoiled little brat. Because you're not really understanding, you're not really deep in the reason why you are here right now. Don't be like a P. Diddy. Start to appreciate what you've been given. And once you get to that level of entitlement, once our people as a whole get to that level of entitlement, then we'll see our black race thriving as it should be. This is the Hezron Springer Show.